Hi guys, I thought I would do a quick tutorial on bathing your kitten. Here's some of the products that I like to use. This is Castle Bath's Anna Healthy Coat pH Face and Body Shampoo. I love to use this on their faces. It's a tear-free option, and what I actually use is a soft bristle toothbrush, and I just dip that in there, and then I rinse it off a little bit, and then I can use that to scrub their faces, and it does not bother their eyes at all. One of the shampoos that I really like is the Proline Fair Advantage Premium Volumizing Shampoo. It's a really nice, has a really nice smell to it, and will also make their fur really soft. It has a nice conditioner in it. Some of the things that I usually have here by the sink are some paper towels to wipe their faces off. I like the Selecta size because then I'm not wasting a whole lot of paper towels. I usually have my towel handy here. I do them in the kitchen sink with the sprayer, and you're going to hear some kittens in the background because I already have two done and they're currently in the process of drying. Show you my dryer setup. I have what's called it's an Oster. Let's see if I can get close here. I can't see it. It's the Oster anyhow. I think they call this like a duck neck. It's positional where you can turn it up, turn it down. It also has some different degrees of temperatures on there that you can use. And as you can see, we've got some kitties in there drying. I just put them in the largest crate that I have, and I boosted up a little bit so they're getting the full impact of the dryer, and I'm just using a tote right here. So now I'm gonna go grab one of the kittens and I'll show you my little routine. Be right back. Okay guys, this is Mr. Bentley, and he's going to be leaving to go to his new home this week. But he's also going to the vet today, and as you can see, his face is a little messy, got a little junk around his eyes or whatever, and his coat looks kind of like he needs a bath. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I'll show you how we do the face washing and the bath. Make sure that the water is a little bit warmer than lukewarm, but not so hot that it's gonna burn their skin. Now they've had already like 2 or 3 baths already. They're still acting like they have never had a bath before, but you just take the toothbrush and you kind of go around their eyes. Be careful not to poke them in the eye, but you just want to go around their eye area. Add a little water to it. Yeah, so I'll put it down here so you can see. I kind of hold them by their neck. I'm not hurting them at all. But as you can see, we just need to scrub the little gooeys around their eyes and things. Try to get down in like the little crack between their nose and their eyes. And then I add a little water, and then I get their chin area and their cheeks. Just try to get their little face area nice and clean. And again, just try to keep the toothbrush out of their eyes, but you can get really close because again, this is like a tear-free, no tear type of face wash. It's meant specifically for that. I usually use my finger and it'll go down in the corners like this to make sure there's nothing down there. And then once you get that part done, rinse your toothbrush. My water's a little bit too warm. As you can see, he's chilling right now. He's good. Just spray it away from the eyes. Spray it like from the cheeks down, and he's not liking that very much. Hey, Bentley. And then you can just kind of hold them under their arms and maybe reposition them a little bit. But for the most part, they don't mind it. And if you get a little bit of water, it's not going to hurt them. But and what I do at this time is I take one of the paper towels that I have ready and just kind of dry his face off a little bit, just so it takes a little bit of the stress off of him. Oh, there we go. Okay, he's good. At this point, I've still got a good grip on him. I'm just gonna rinse him down, get him lathered up real good here in a minute. As soon as I get him wet, I flip him around, got a good grip on him. As you can see, he's struggling a little bit, but he's okay. Try not to get water in their ears. Some people put cotton balls in their ears, but it doesn't work very well for me. They usually end up falling out, so I just try to avoid the ear area. Just make sure that he's all wet. I just make a line up and down his back, get a handful of water, so it gets nice and lathery. Try to get behind their ears because the fur gets really oily back there. And if you do that area first, it will just help break up the oil while you're bathing the rest of him. Okay. And he's done good, aren't you, Bentley? His little paws. You want to also check the bottoms of their paws. Sometimes they get a little bit of litter stuck in the little cracks between their little paw pads. So just make sure that you get that cleaned out. This is a good time to do that. While it's wet, it comes out really easily. All right. I'm going to flip him over and do this side. You'll notice that most cats, especially kittens, because especially when they're with their litter mates, they ruffle and tumble a lot, and they tend to get like really oily under here. If they're not quite ready for a bath, you can take some cornstarch baby powder and sprinkle it on their bellies and their neck and just brush it out really good. It's also another way to keep the little nuggets from sticking to their butts. If you keep got a couple little nuggets here. If you keep the area well powdered and brushed out, it will keep the little Tootsie Rolls from sticking to their little behinds. They got a lot of fur back there, so when they're little, sometimes it's hard for them to learn how to keep that area perfectly clean. So you just kind of got to keep an eye on it and help them out as much as you can. All right, just make sure that I got his little bottom clean. Yep. All right, now we're going to rinse. That's all it is for the bathing part. You have a good grip under him. As you can see, I've got kind of like a hold. I've got my finger on top of his shoulder. I got these 3 fingers under and my thumb under his other leg. It's not choking him, and it's really holding him securely. So for rinsing, I start down the back, and he's going to shake. When I get most of it out, I'm going to flip him over. Same thing, hold him like that. Hey, Bitey, you're doing good. Say hi, Mommy. I'm coming home this week. Make sure you get under their armpits, down their little booty areas. And there's those toe pads. He's got his toes spread out nice and wide, and you can see if there's anything in there. All right. And I'll flip him over one more time. And get the last little bit of soap out of here. If you notice that their coats are particularly dry, you can do some conditioning with their coats. Just take a little bit of either pet conditioner or even human conditioner, dilute it, just take like a teaspoonful, dilute it in some warm water, stir it up real good, and then you can just add that to the coat afterwards. But these guys are doing really well, so I don't think we need any conditioner today. All right, and that's it for the back. Just kind of squeeze out the little excess water on the front and on the back. I'm gonna grab a towel, wrap him up, let his little face stick out. There he is. All right, and then once again, I take another paper towel. This is a good opportunity since he's all wrapped up to just kind of wipe him off, calm him down if he's upset. Oh, I got a little thing there, I forgot. There we go. And you can check the face over really good to make sure that there's nothing left behind. He looks really nice and clean now. Sometimes you'll have some little boogies here. You just kind of take your finger and just kind of wipe them out. They come right out too. Okay, pause that for a second. Here's little Bentley. He's still wrapped up in his towel and he's doing well. What I use to clean their ears at this point is I just use some regular alcohol with a cotton ball. I usually break the large cotton balls down into 3s. And then this is the opportunity I'm going to use to cut his nails. So I'm going to show you that as well. So I just put a little bit of alcohol in here, not too much. But what the alcohol does, it will not only clean out the little earwax that's in here, but if there's any water that did get in there, it will dry that out. Now, as you can see, this is normal kitty earwax. It looks kind of brown and it's kind of waxy, so you just kind of to rub it. The warm water from the bath has already softened it up. So again, this is really an ideal time to get down in there. Just kind of hold the ear flap back. Don't go down too deep because you don't want to get in and injure his ear canal, but just what's out in the ear flap. And as you can see, it's just like a little bit of brown here on his ears. That is normal kitten or cat earwax, not anything to be concerned about. Again, you're just going to flip the ear flap back, try to get in the little cracks and crevices. I wouldn't get in with a Q-tip because you risk going in and injuring their ear canal. So as you can see, that is it. That's for the ear cleaning. Now, once again, perfect time to cut kitten nails. This is so easy. You don't need to take them to a groomer to do this. When you push on the kitten's paw pads, it will actually allow the nail to be extended. And I just pushed on the thumb pad, the nail comes out, just cut the tip. Just cut the pointy tip off, you don't have to cut back far. Push on the pad, cut the tip, push on the pad. Oh, that one looks pretty good. Push on the pad, cut on the tip. Because you don't want them to bleed. They will bleed if you cut back into the quick. And these are just some little nail cutters that I got at Petco, I believe. All right, so push on the pad, cut the tip. Push on the pad, cut the tip. Push on the pad. Yeah, see that one, buddy? Where's that one go? There it is. Cut the tip. I usually only cut the rear feet every time I bathe them, because they really need their rear claws to grip onto the scratching post or the cat trees or whatever you have. So there's Bentley, and he's ready to go in the dryer, and we will finish this up after he's dry. Pause. Okay guys, Bentley's in the dryer, and this little girl is ready to come out. So I figured I would just finish this up and show you. What I do is I just take a metal tooth comb. It's this right here. It's called JW is the brand of it. I think I actually bought this at Wise, but you can find these online too. Just take the little rough and just kind of comb forward. That helps it get nice and fluffy. I hold her away from me, but I have her securely, and I comb the hair forward. And that way, if there's any little tangles left in here, if there's anything that's not dry, you'll see it when you comb it this way. And then when I get close to the tail, I just comb downward like this. And then she's not happy with me. So I'm gonna flip her over, just check her face, comb her out a little bit here. She's a little seal point girl, and she's Bentley's sister. And this, again, I've got her try to get under the armpits and the belly and in between the legs where they don't tend to like it, but they'll be fine. So she still needs to dry a little bit on her face. Her face is still a little bit wet. So that is how you groom a Persian or Himalayan kitten. You did good, baby. You did good. So if you have any questions, just shoot me an email or talk to me on Facebook. Thanks, guys.